Breast Cancer DCIS Diagnosis. What now? So you've been diagnosed. How do you make a treatment choice? How do you conquer the fear, the crying, the anxiety, all the feelings that go along with it? So for a little bit, we'll be here together less than an hour. Please turn off your Facebook, your distractions, your email, all that kind of stuff. So just so you know, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm a breast cancer thriver. I have survived breast cancer. It's been 9+ years since I was diagnosed. And I wrote a book on breast cancer, and I am here to help and guide and mentor you. So I'm having a little bit of problems with my slides here. So hopefully I'll get this in order for you. There's sometimes technical difficulties on doing things on webinars. So anyway, so I'm Andrea Schneider, like I mentioned, an author, a thriver, a speaker. I'm passionate about health and fitness. I've been dubbed the plank queen. I can hold a plank. Hopefully you know what a plank is. Otherwise, you can see my website, www.mybestme.us, to find out what a plank is, see my videos, and do it with me. So I love to do plank. I think it's one of the best exercises you can do for physical fitness, as well as to relieve stress. So if you've just had surgeries and things like that, don't do it yet, but build up to it. So anyway, people come to me all the time about health. How have I gotten my health as good as I have? I'm now 51 years old, and I'd like to think I'm in the best health and shape and physical fitness of my life. Not saying that to brag, but to inspire and to help you. So my signature program is The Best You, and I've been privileged to work with women around the world. And about 1/3 of my students are breast cancer ladies, and I help them to get to be the best them, whatever that is. So their version of them is different than mine and yours. So we all can work on ourselves, but we can do it together. So I've been able to help a lot of people be as great as they can be. So why do I need to know the information that Andrea is about to share with me? So you owe it to yourself to become your own advocate. You have to stand up for what's best for you. You need to know how to make your choices and make an informed decision. So you owe it to yourself to invest in your mental and physical health. I want you to be a brave warrior, a thriver, and a survivor, not a victim. So you're on a mission to get healthy, stay healthy, and live a full, energetic life, and feel and look great, your best you can be. And why should you listen to me? So that's a great question. I have been in your shoes. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, just like you, if you're on here. And yes, so then what I did, I put together some gifts. If you stay till the end, I'm going to send you my book that I wrote. It took me 4 years to write. You Are Not Alone, Life After a Breast Cancer Diagnosis. I wrote it for you, women who would get diagnosed and not be sure what to do. This is for you. Also, I've made a video, a special video, and how to make a treatment decision. So you're going to see a video on here that I made for you, and then you're going to get an extra bonus one as well. So I'm also going to share some of the opportunity to dig deeper with me for some of you who want to. We'll go beyond this webinar. And I know I'm talking kind of fast, but I've got a lot to cover here. So imagine how you'd feel if you woke up and you just felt great mentally and physically. And what I've really realized for myself and for so many of you, and I've read some of the comments that you've been sending me, is a lot of it when you get diagnosed with breast cancer, any illness, it's not just the physical, the pain of surgeries and things like that or treatments, it's the mental. And I think the mental could be worse than the physical. So I'm here to help with both. So imagine how you'd feel if you do make your treatment decision. You knew it was the right one for you, and you felt confident the cancer was behind you and you weren't going to get it again. I would love to get you to that point. So everything you want is on the other side of fear, as Jack Canfield says, and I believe that. So I want you to understand your choices and know how to make an informed decision. And that's going to feel great once you make that decision. And you'll decrease your stress, you won't feel as anxious or scared, and you will stop crying, because I know some of you are crying. And so I want you to make what I call the sleep at night decision. What's best for you, that you could feel comfortable and go to sleep without stressing. What still is bothersome is that about 60,000 American women this year will get diagnosed with DCIS, early stage breast cancer, and even more will get diagnosed with breast cancer. So as you already probably know, 1 out of 8 women are going to get diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. And this just has to stop. And until it does, we all need to be proactive and take control and help other ladies do the same. So let's face it, your doctors, they may be great, but are they giving you guidance? Are they helping you make a treatment decision? I know with DCIS, it's still considered a gray area, and most doctors probably will not tell you do X, Y, and Z. If they're like my doctors, it'll be more like, well, you might want to do this, you might want to do that, but we can't really tell you for sure which is best for you. So that's what led me to researching and writing my book, because I just wasn't getting answers. And then are they teaching you ways to improve your health so you never get a recurrence again? That's one of our goals, right, ladies? So other ladies getting diagnosed probably every minute with breast cancer DCIS, and they're also seeing this and they're being proactive, and more and more ladies are realizing they need to educate themselves and feel great about their decisions and their lifestyle choices. So when you educate yourself, you're going to feel empowered. You're going to be your own advocate and make a difference by truly helping yourself and others. And we do want to give back to other women. That's why I'm making this webinar, and I've made my videos, I wrote my book, because we want to share information with others. That's what we do. And we give back. So what do survivors, thrivers have in common? Well, I believe they educate themselves, they take action, and they learn to live in a powerful way, and they are there for their family. And so now you might be thinking, it's easy for you, Andrea. You've had years of education. You spent 4 years researching and writing your book, and you've been cancer-free for 9 years. And you're right, I do have experience in education, and it hasn't always been easy, especially when I first got diagnosed with DCIS breast cancer. I felt scared, confused, anxious, stressed, couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. I was in shock. I felt my body had betrayed me. Those might be things that you're thinking, because I think that's common. And I wanted answers. And like I mentioned, my doctors just weren't giving me answers. I went to the oncologist, and I'm not sure what to tell you. Well, what if I was your daughter? Well, that's a good question. And so I went into research attorney mode. I'm an attorney. And I searched for information and learned as much about breast cancer as I could, and more than I ever wanted to know. So I took a lot of notes, and I had binders and binders of notes. And that's what I decided to turn into my book, because I wanted to help the other women who maybe weren't into researching like I was, and especially those with DCIS. So I know the stress of a diagnosis. And with any cancer diagnosis, it's hard to believe you're not going to die. But I want to guarantee you that if you have just DCIS and you make some really great decisions and you're proactive, you will not die. And so I'd be honored to guide you on your path of survival, and not just surviving, but thriving as well. So let me tell you a little bit about my story. Okay, so in 2006, I was diagnosed with early stage breast cancer, DCIS. And I was obsessed with survival, not just, getting diagnosed, but I thought I was going to die. And a minute ago, I showed you those were my lovely children at the time of my diagnosis. So my son was 1.5 years old, and my daughter was 9.5. And they are much older now, and I'll tell you more about them a little later. So what I want you to remember and realize is that, I was 9 years ago, and I'm still alive. It was early stage DCIS, and I had these little kids. I was lost and terrified, and I had no clue what to do next, and I wasn't even sure I'd be here 9 years later. If I had a crystal ball, I would have not been as stressed, right? So I cared about what other people thought. Oh gosh, what if I have a mastectomy? Are people going to look at me different? Or I did a lot of dissecting what to do and thinking about it and crying and second guessing my decisions. And you may be feeling that way too, especially if you're newly diagnosed. And then I got finally into action, and I took control. So this is a recent picture. I had to have surgery again, but thankfully not because of cancer, but more to replace my implants. I ultimately did choose to have a double mastectomy. Now, I'm not telling you that is for you, but that is what I did. And so here is the book that I mentioned that I wrote. You are not alone. Life after a breast cancer diagnosis. You might have seen it. You might have heard about it. You might have read it. Lots of people around the world have read it. I've gotten very positive comments. 2 doctors reviewed it before I published it. Others have read it since, and they really, really liked it. And so have the people who have read it. So I went on TV. I discussed it. I discussed why I made the choice of double mastectomy. This was 9 years ago, so it was before Angelina Jolie and some of the others who, got a lot of press for making their decision, and I believe they made the right decision. So anyway, I became obsessed with helping others. Wrote this book. It was somewhat cathartic writing it, but it was really about sharing my information with other people. And I'm passionate about helping you so you're not scared, teaching you everything I know so that you can actually be the best you. And I want to guide you to thriving and not just surviving. So I long for the day when women no longer die from breast cancer. I hate to see bald women. That makes me cry. And I don't want women getting breast cancer anymore. And that's what I'm passionate about, is trying to prevent these 3 things for my daughter, for you, and our daughters, and men too, of course, because men do once in a while get breast cancer. So would you like to be the strong, confident woman you are? So I know it takes years sometimes to heal yourself inside and out. That's what, was a long journey for me. And we're all on this journey. And I'd love to help you on yours so that you can maybe get to the point where I'm at now even faster. I'd love to clear the path for you. And you're perfect as you are, just the way you are. But this is about what's right for you. So you are not the diagnosis. You got a diagnosis. That doesn't mean that's who you are. And I know when you get the diagnosis, you feel like everything's falling apart and maybe everything's going downhill. And you may feel like this lady right here. But you could feel better. So I want to give you some guidance on how to pick yourself up, dust yourself off as quickly as you can, and make a treatment choice that's right for you. So I made you a video, and I'm going to do a little technology here, and I'm going to share this video with you. So it's about 8 minutes, and I'm right here with you, but I'm going to play this because I wanted to get my points across to you, and then I'll be right back again. So So I'm back with you. So hopefully, let's see. Hopefully we got my, oopsie. Hopefully we get back onto the, there we go. Okay, so I hope you liked that video on treatment choices. And I hope it gave you some value and some insight on how to make a treatment decision. That's basically what I did, and that's what I recommend to others to do. And it's been very effective. So I hope that helps you a lot. And if you stick to the end here, I'm going to send you that PDF, or if you request it from me, you will get it. And it will help you in another video as well with another friend on how to make a treatment choice. So these are some of my past students and things that they had to say. Libby, who's in the UK, urges people to, actually men and women, to take my course and to any age. Join the amazing group of people worldwide who want to share wonderful gifts of health. We all want health, right? If you lose your health, you will do anything to get it back. So we build new friendships, community of health, and I'll tell you more about my course a little bit later. So Libby is a dear soul. I've never met her in person, but we've really communicated a lot over the internet and have got to know each other. Another student, graduate Lauren, very inspirational Lauren. She started out, she was basically bedridden when she was in my course at the beginning. And I have a 6-week online course that I teach, that I created, knowing what I needed 9 years ago is what I put together for you. So Lauren says, doing much better. My body is healing now. Your class has been a very positive experience. It's amazing how each week touched on an area that needed and continues to need to be addressed. I'm a work in process. We all are, Lauren. I've been able to eat healthier, lose weight, start walking, love myself, and smile more. Let go of most of the worry that I'll get sick again. Stressors be gone. I've started making short-term and long-term goals again. That's a biggie. I used to make goals before I found out that I had breast cancer and the BRCA2 gene mutation. I know how she feels when you aren't sure that you're going to live. It's kind of hard to make long-term goals. She started her new job, and she's ready to get back to her full, healthy, loving life. Thank you, Andrea. So yes, this was Lauren, a very inspiring student of mine. So I hope that the information I've taught you has been easy to understand. And as you can tell, I'm a no-nonsense kind of girl. I like things pretty straightforward. So what is stopping you from learning all that you can to be comfortable with your decisions and not feel helpless like a victim or sad or anxious? Is it fears? And so what if I can help you move past those fears? And that's what I'd like to be able to do. So moment of truth. What if you could take your biggest setback, maybe it's the breast cancer, and make it your biggest comeback and really push yourself forward? What would that feel like? So you got to think about feelings. So I know for me, I blocked out feelings for a long time, but I want you to push forward and feel things. So how would your life change if you were even stronger, even better mentally and physically than you were before the cancer? And I believe that you can be, and I can guide you to that. So how would this impact your life, your family, your goals, and your dreams? Would you start having dreams again? How big of an impact do you want to make on the world? Do you want to inspire other people to be as good as they can be and to not feel like a victim or they're going to die? So you can see from today's webinar and training that you can create an action plan, and you can take control, and you can make your treatment choices, and you can take control of your mind and your mood. And that's what I'd like to inspire you to be able to do. I know it's not easy, and I know it's a work in progress. Believe me, it is for me and everyone else. So you're here with me right now. So you're either on your computer or on your phone, however you're looking at this. You've seen some of the success of some of my students. And so if you're someone that really wants to go through this as easily as possible, I'd love to be your guide and mentor. I've walked in your shoes, and I'm your girl. So I might have been the person, the guide and mentor that you've been waiting for. So you can go to my website. I have lots of free information, lots of free videos and blogs. My website is www.mybestme.us. You can read my book, and it's helped ladies and men around the world. So I'm glad I wrote it in many ways. But what I've learned in that book and what I put in that book, I wrote it. It took me 4 years to write it, and it was published 5 years ago. But what I've learned in the past 5 years is not in that book. and I'm probably not going to write another book. I basically took my current information that I've been learning over the past 5 years, and I put it in my online course because I feel I can reach more people that way. And that's really what I'm trying to do, is to be very efficient and share as much information, give free seminars, and people can pick up bits here and there. But my full course, and I keep adding to the course, is the online course, The Best You. So you can go faster if you want to, if that's something that inspires you. The Best You course is what I've created in the last year, and it really is for women or people who either are currently healthy, want to get healthier, or are undergoing cancer during and after treatment. My course could be good for anyone who's in that mind frame and needs an extra little boost in their life. So it's all sent online. It's a 6-week period. Like I said, there's lots of free things. You get little bits and pieces, but if you want the full course, I do have the full course up and running, and it's been very great for so many ladies. I've gotten very positive feedback. You can look at the website and get many more testimonials than I'm going to share tonight. So I want to show you exactly what it is and see if it's for you. And if it is, that's great. And if not, I understand. So many of my students have been lovely breast cancer ladies, about 1/3 of the students, like Lauren and Libby that I shared with you earlier, and that Wendy that you're going to meet in a few minutes. And so I've also added some more to the course based on some of the feedback and surveys I've been getting from some of the breast cancer ladies. And that's, I had actually forgotten that a lot of what was going on in my life at the time of diagnosis and at yours soon after diagnosis is about your mood and your mental state. I really had been thinking more about the physical, and I had forgotten until I really reviewed my own book that I had mentioned that it was just such a stressful, difficult time. So I'd like to help you get rid of your sadness, your anxiety, your crying, your fear. And in the Best You course, our first topic is mood. And we do a lot of very positive work that I teach you some skills that you can implement and pick what you want to do. But they will help you get into a more positive mood. And I do not all of these every single day, but I do at least a few of them every morning, every night. I do what I call bookend my day. I like to do a positive stuff in the morning, and then again before I go to bed, to kind of set my day in the morning and then set my dreams, my unconscious, at night. So we also talk about weight, and it's really important, especially for you breast cancer ladies, to get to your normal weight. I don't want to be mean, but it's hard to see women who are extremely overweight that already have had breast cancer. That needs to be a wake-up call. I'm going to kind of be a little rough here, but especially if you were estrogen receptor positive, you probably know that fat stores estrogen. So the more fat you have on your body, the more you increase your chances of getting breast cancer again if you are estrogen receptor positive. And if you don't know those terms, you need to find out about that and see where you stack up with that. And so decreasing your fat on your body will decrease your estrogen, and that will also decrease your risk of breast cancer. Does that make sense? And if you don't understand, check in with me on Facebook or somewhere, and or talk to your doctor. But I could tell you that I've researched that, and I do believe that to be true. So eating as a mindset. I do not believe in dieting. This was me a few years ago, a little chubby in the tummy. I didn't even realize it. And then I'll show you in a minute a picture of me just last year at my 50th birthday. So, it's about taking control. Eating, I love to eat, but you got to be mindful eating. So I will teach you some habits about no deprivation, no counting calories. You got to have a lot of water, and you got to try and decrease that emotional eating. So if you're sad, are you grabbing for the ice cream? So why are you eating? So we cover all that in the eating mindset portion of the Best You course. So this was me last year celebrating 50, and this was before my new implants. I had to have them replaced for various reasons. And so exercise is so important. It's a combination of what you're going to get out of it for the physical, but also the mental. If you want to decrease your stress, get out and exercise. If you want more energy, get out and exercise. So I will show you exercises you can do at any point in your life. So even if you've just had surgery, you will modify them to some extent, but you want to be moving. You want to be moving your arms. You don't want to get a frozen shoulder. You can do this. So I will go over these with you. And I have been working out personally for over 32 years, and I'm studying to be a sports nutritionist. So I will give you everything I've got. So I'll give you extra bonuses. That's me in my backyard. So you can see I had little biceps going there. And, I had double mastectomy like some of you have had. And it's not easy to recover, but you can push yourself. You can do it. I will show you some exercises you can do with small weights or with even water bottles. No more turkey arms, lots of bonuses. Plank, that's what I mentioned to you earlier, plank. So this position right here, that really tightens up your tummy, your core. And if you can get to the point where you can hold that for 2 minutes, you're going to be a studette. So that is one of the best stress relievers and full body workouts you can do. Try it. But now if you've just had surgery on your upper body, do not try it yet. You'll build up to it. So I also teach how to decrease your stress and anxiety, stop crying and living in fear. I know this is difficult, but I will teach you everything that I can of what I do and what I've inspired and helped and guided others to do. So you get videos from me, some short bonus videos on time management, and it all gets delivered to you in your email inbox. So you'll learn some stress buster moves. One of the best things you can do is exercise, get enough sleep, breathing, and other ways to decrease your stress. Get into action. You've got to have the mindset that goes with it. Decrease those electronics. So I hope even if you don't take my course, you're getting something out of what we're talking about here and something you can take away and actually put into action. So have some more fun and laughter and smiling, all things that we can do as a work in progress. Now, sleep, so important, especially if you are undergoing treatment or you're in the process of surgeries and all that stuff. You must get sleep. And I would prefer you get sleep more natural ways, in that you wake up rested and feeling great. Now, I don't always wake up feeling like sunshine in the morning. I'm more of a night person, but it's a work in progress for all of us to get up and feel great and start our day. So I'm going to give you 9 ways to sleep better. I'll share my sleep story, the month that I barely slept. It is really crucial that you sleep. And I would really rather that you decrease your medication if you're on medication and try some alternatives and still be able to sleep. And there's a strong connection between sleep and stress and eating and thirst. And sometimes we can't always distinguish all that. So I want you to build in some really consistent, great habits into your life. And I know it takes work, and sometimes it's easier not to do these things, but you will be happy if you build in some great habits. And just know that I'm doing these with you, and so are so many others. So I have some precious, fun sleep exercises, and you will sleep better. And then our 6th week, we work on overall health. And I will teach you some ways more ways to decrease your risk of recurrence. If you do all the things we just talked about, you will decrease your risk of getting a breast cancer recurrence. And we are in the name of the game here is survival, as well as being healthy and not getting breast cancer or other cancers or other illnesses again, right? So I will guide you and I will help you and I will give you information that some of it you will know, some you will not know. And so you will get videos, all things made by me. I'm in all the videos. I don't like to see myself on video, but I made them because I want my message out there and I feel I have a lot to share, and I'm not writing another book right now. So you'll learn why I take supplements. And in fact, I took my supplements while you were watching that other video, and I almost choked on my supplements because they went down the wrong way, but that can happen. But I believe in supplementation, but it has to be a really high quality. And it's basically an insurance policy so that you know that you're getting the nutrition you need, even if you have a great diet. You must have a lot of water and fiber, and especially The fiber, you must get rid of the toxins in your body on a regular basis, because that is one of the things that I do believe we can take control of to help decrease our risk of cancers. So an overview of the 6 weeks of my Best You course. We cover mood and mental health, physical movement and exercise, eating as a lifestyle, stress and things to do to decrease it, sleep, the importance and quality and quantity, building your immune system, especially if you've had cancer. This is a must. So you will learn a lot, and I hope you've learned at least a few things tonight. So I know I've showed you a lot, and it's about implementing, and I'd be delighted if we can work on this together. So most of all, you'll have answers. You won't have to wait and wonder what to do. I will help you be proactive, and you will become your own health expert. So when you decide to start the Best You online course, you start getting the course directly to you in your email inbox immediately. You will start with mood, and you'll have lots of fun, thought-provoking exercises. You'll get a copy of all my videos. You can watch them over and over. I know, like Lauren, she was in bed. There's Lauren. She watched them sometimes like 6 times, some of the videos. And she would always send me some very positive feedback and comments. So my course, if we were to meet and you come to San Diego to visit me and we worked on this personally, it would be over $2,000 for you and travel and all that kind of stuff. And instead, I've put the course online. So students in Canada have taken my course, in the UK, United States, and it's a way that we can be connected. I can teach you as much as I can give you, and I'd love to be able to help you. So this was Lauren, and by the end of the course, like I said, she was in bed and on bed rest for quite a while, and by the end of 6 weeks, she was perky and back to work, a new job. So my course is valued at over $2,000. I wouldn't charge you that, even though myself, I've paid over $2,000 for some courses that really weren't that valuable, in all honesty. This is about you and your health and your life. So your investment today is $149 if this is something that appeals to you. Like I mentioned earlier, I have lots of free things, and I won't be offended if you just stick around, get my emails, watch my videos on my website. But if you are at all interested in really moving forward quickly, then I would suggest you do take my course. So this is the link. You just click on this link and you could register for the course. It's $149, so you save about $1,800. And that's your investment in your health, $149. So you would go to my link right here and click on it. It gives you more information about the course. And then you automatically will start getting the emails thanks to automation. I have it all set up. I've learned a lot about technology as well. And so I have it set up that you will start getting your emails right to your inbox. And this, again, is the link. And if you're just listening to this, you may want to go back. Hopefully you can watch the replay, because it will get emailed to you, and see how to click on my website and take advantage of this offer. So I want you to start feeling more confident, healthier, back to your old self, and maybe even better, because you've had this challenge, you've had this setback, and I want to help you so that you're not scared, stressed, and unable to sleep, because I know what that feels like. And I know what it feels like to be afraid of dying, even with a DCIS. And I don't want to cut that short, the DCIS, because what's annoying about it is it's still the same treatment choices as other types of breast cancer. So the reason I'm making this so affordable is because I want you to be able to take advantage of this. I want you to move forward and with your health and your mental and your physical health. So you click on my website and it will take you right there. And so I'm a little bit selfish about this too, because my mission is to push this forward. I've spent, I couldn't even tell you, probably thousands of hours in the breast cancer world of writing a book, researching, putting this course together, and I need you to help me bring it to other women. So I can't do this by myself. I need you, like Lauren and Libby, bringing it to other women. And Wendy, here's Wendy as well, one of the graduates of the Best You. We met a while back, And she says, this is a course that Andrea skillfully designed and created. Andrea and I are also breast cancer survivors. In fact, we had the same type of breast cancer, the DCIS, and we became kindred spirits during my course. So whether you're attending one of Andrea's online courses, her webinar, or are fortunate enough to engage in one-on-one coaching with her, you will find she is consistent throughout. She has done her research. Thank you, Wendy. I have done my research. Andrea aligns herself with those who add value to her program. So yes, I give lots of bonuses with other experts. Her message of wellness spans the globe. Her 6-week wellness course is just the beginning. In addition to creating programs, teaching, and coaching, Andrea is an author. Her book is titled You Are Not Alone, Life After a Breast Cancer Diagnosis. As a breast cancer survivor, it is possible to empower yourself and impact your health in a positive way. Exactly, and that's what I want you to do, and you can do it. Andrea invited you to join her on her journey of wellness, and if you accept, you will not be disappointed. I enjoyed working with her in the past. I look forward to working with her again. Wendy Doherty. So how much is your health and your life worth to you? Realistically, the overall value of this program could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to you. You will gain mental and physical health, and that is priceless. Believe me, I know what it's like to lose mental and physical health, and it's not fun. And I will help you get back and maybe even be better than you were before your diagnosis. So, are you worried? Oh, I've invested in programs before, and then I didn't get anything, and you spend money and maybe something's not as promised, and I have had that experience. So I'm offering you 100% money back guarantee. If you take my course, the Best You Online course, and you're not satisfied, you look at it, the videos, this just isn't for me, I will refund your money. So you have nothing to lose. So I know you're serious about your health, or you wouldn't have been so far onto this webinar with me. So I do appreciate you being here. And I know that the strategies I teach, they may be something that, some things that some things that you don't know, but even if you know them, are you actually doing them? This could be the little tidbits that you've been missing in your life. So I want you to be as healthy as you can, confident, and I can't make you happy, and I can't say that I can, but what I can promise you is this. If you're ready to commit and you're willing to move out of fear and trust yourself to become the expert, then the Best You Online course is perfect for you. And after 6 weeks with me, you're going to really feel the difference. You will implement a lot of action into your life. And so what you need to do is click again. Here's the website. Click on that link, and you will enroll in my course, and we will be connected, and I will give you everything I've got. So there's nothing else really like my course, especially for ladies. Really, it's meant for ladies over 40, and especially those who have had some health setbacks. So I showed you my kids before. These were my kids soon after my diagnosis, and then that was us just for my 51st birthday. So they've grown up. My daughter's now in college, my son in middle school, and that really for me was the name of the game, to live and survive and to thrive as well. So congratulations on signing up for my course. You can join Wendy and Libby and Lauren and so many other ladies, other breast cancer ladies, other ladies who haven't had breast cancer and hopefully never will, and really want to thrive and be the best them. And I realized during this that I meant to show you my video on mood, and I never did play it. So for those of you who contact me, I'd be happy to send that to you as well. So I hope that you've learned at least a few good things tonight by spending your time with me. And let's stay connected. So even if you don't do my course right now, I will have it up, and you can do it at a later time, or like I mentioned, there's lots of freebies on my website. So this is to go directly to the course. But if you want to just check out the website, check out other testimonials, go to www.mybestme.us. Okay, love you very much. Thank you again for participating and spending your time with me. I really do hope I gave you something of value, and I will connect with you again soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day or night. Bye for now. Again, this is Andrea Schneider, and I will see you at www.mybestme.us, or you can find me on Facebook as well. All right, bye-bye.